trick of the trade, and by the way, oh yeah, California fine. Somebody check my brain. California's alright. Somebody check my brain. Tears that fill my bones. Years expended, girl. Tears that fill my bones. Years expended, girl. Check my brain. Check my brain. Check my brain. I think I'm going insane.
Welcome everybody here to Knoxville Raceway here for the WORC Maconi Setup Shop Dirt Late Model Tour as they are heading towards the finishing stretch of their season here at the location of the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. My name is Braison Collins and thank you everyone for joining us today on WORC TV. This one should be exciting. Last week these guys put on a great show at Kokomo as we are in the middle of qualifying right now. It doesn't appear right now though that anybody is on track. Looks like John Cannizzaro might be the only one on the track, but he, okay, there's John on track in qualifying. Well, I guess I'll start us off with some track info today. As I said, we're at Knoxville Raceway, a half-mile dirt track, 4 turns, located in Knoxville, Iowa, at an altitude of 922 feet. Weather tonight, 69-degree temperature, 64-degree track temp, 6-mile-an-hour wind speeds, mostly cloudy skies, and a very small bit of humidity. It's about 8:30 p.m. Eastern time in sim, so this one should be an exciting one. It looks like nobody else is going to qualify besides John, so I'll pull up that side ticker there. As we see, qualifying comes to an end. It looks like we had 14 qualify. So looks like we're going to take a look at our grid here, see where everyone is starting. Keith Hackney is going to be on the pole for today's heat race number 1. To his outside will be Bo Krebs. If you look on the starting grid here, the guys on the odd numbers will be heat 1. The guys on the even numbers will be heat 2. So we'll have Keith Hackney, Bo Krebs, John Cannizzaro, Calvin Brooks, Ryan Martin, Brett Gummo, Christian Visconti, Blake Kennedy line up for heat race number 1. And shout out here to that 75 of Kennedy because let's see if we can get a better camera angle here of his car. There we go. It is his birthday today. Blake is turning 18. He's an admin here at WORC and he's been a very dedicated racer. He's a previous champion of WORC. He actually had a really good season last year in our winter series that we ran with Skip Barbers and UMP Modifieds. He finished P2 UMP points and he finished first in Skippy points. So obviously Blake has had a little bit of a good run here. He's a playoff driver in the JP Designs Truck Series. He actually won at iRacing Super Speedway this season, so he's a multi-time WORC winner. He's a champion, and he's finally 18, so congratulations Blake, happy birthday for you, man. Back up front though, these beastly super late models are going to be led to the green flag here in heat race number 1 by Keith Hackney. 8 laps, 4 miles total, with an average lap time of about 19 seconds here. So everyone will transfer to the feature, a little bit lower car count than we had at Kokomo, but Knoxville, one of my favorite tracks in the sim. It's come to light recently, especially after that JP Designs Truck Series race at Knoxville. If you guys didn't get to watch that, that is some of the best racing I've ever seen, virtual or real life. It was absolutely phenomenal to watch. And we have some of those guys from that race in here. In fact, Blake was one of those guys. He ran top 5 in that one. So did John Cannizzaro in the 17. Ryan Martin and Christian Visconti from this heat race all participated in there, as well as Bo Krebs. I don't know if I said his name, but these guys will be leading us to green here as we're currently pacing.
Green flag, green flag.
And the green flag will fly, and Hackney and Krebs door to door early on here, as these guys have a little bit different setup from what they had in qualifying. The full fuel setup is in here. These guys will have 23 gallons of fuel, and Ryan Martin spins it down the back straightaway. He tags Visconti. No cautions. And Bo Krebs around the outside here. He's looking to take the lead here in this heat race. Bo looking pretty quick there, the California native in that 168. Ripping the wall early on as Hackney rides the berm. And Cannizzaro P3, he also looks quick. Calvin Brooks 4th. And looks like P5 is Brett Gummo, as Kennedy and Visconti had to check up a lot to avoid Ryan Martin. And now Krebs and Cannizzaro will be going at it here for P2, as Krebs and Cannizzaro kind of rivals, if you will. Calvin Brooks diving to the inside, trying to get involved in this battle here. And that black and green late model. Man, some of these guys riding the top like Krebs and Cannizzaro, they're quick, but right now your leader, Keith Hackney, is rolling the berm right now. Look how quick he is. Look at him. He gets right up on that berm, gets that left rear up there. He has to fight the car a little bit there to get it off, but Hackney, he's a quick driver, and he's doing a great job right now. With Cannizzaro taking P2 from Krebs, and Calvin Brooks trying to work the inside here. It's not working out much to his favor. Back here we have a little bit of a battle for 6. That's going to be Kennedy and Visconti, as Kennedy with a little bit of right rear. I don't think either of these guys had any practice on the set, so they're struggling a little bit here today, as you see Kennedy get a little washed up down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4 though, these guys will have an opportunity in this heat race really to get some practice, and then they'll have to go out there for warm-up as well. But a guy who went out there, practice, put down laps was Hackney, and I mean, so did these guys as well. And look at the way they're making it around the track. As Krebs now, he's sort of under attack from Calvin Brooks here with 2 laps to go. Calvin right on the berm. And Brett Gummo, he's kind of on an island of his own here in 5th. And Ryan Martin, of course, he had that spin early on. He's back to 8th. Not sure what happened on the back straightaway for him. He just looped it. That was back on lap 1. Coming around turn 3 and 4 though, white flag will fly. Keith Hackney looking to lead a lap number 1 here. Or excuse me, win heat race number 1 here. Down the back straightaway through 3 and 4. John Cannizzaro, he closed a little bit of time there, but it won't be enough. Hackney coming off of turn 4 takes the pole. He'll win heat race number 1 to start from the pin in the feature. Cannizzaro P2, Krebs 3rd. Brooks 4th, Gummo 5th, and oh, there's a wreck! There's a 3-car wreck! They're all fighting for position. Who's gonna get it here? Blake Kennedy and Ryan Martin! Oh my goodness. Kennedy's gonna get that position. Visconti's gonna kill Ryan Martin. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, we're gonna pull up the grid now. So remember the outside line here, that's gonna be your grid for heat race number 2. So Desmond Busby will start P2. Dusty Ladner will start 2nd. Then we'll have Chris Brown, Tim Christensen, Corey Budino, Dalton Trimble, Henry Klappert, and John Hill rounding out the field for tonight. As that was an interesting finish. Man, I don't really know if I've seen anything like that. Wow, that's a brand new livery on that 08 of Desmond Busby. It's a good looking one too. I have to say. In fact, actually, that number almost looks similar to the font that Bo Krebs uses. Krebs was the sponsor. However, tonight I do have to mention it. He is a newer guy to WORC. He decided to come on board to sponsor us tonight. That would be Ashton Perfect at AP Media. AP Media are going to be sponsoring us tonight here for the Knoxville race. So we're glad to have AP Media on board, and make sure you go check them out. We'll actually drop the Discord link in the text chat here. If you need anything media-wise done, feel free to come check out Ashton Perfect at AP Media. I believe he has some other guys working with him as well, but we're glad to have him on board as a sponsor for tonight's race, as these guys will come around the final corner, and we're going to go racing here. Busby Ladner will lead us to the green. Two very quick guys, Chris Brown P3, Christensen 4th. Budino, he's back here for the first time since early on in the season. He's got himself a nice paint. Trimble, and then Henry Klappert, as John Hill does not make the grid. And Klappert's going to almost spin it. Oh my goodness. Back up front though, nobody running the bottom here early on, as Busby and Ladner will battle it out. A little bit of a battle for P3, Christensen and Brown. Brown's going to tag the wall. He's actually going to get off of it pretty easily, though. And looks like that battle is going to be for third. Maybe not if Christensen loses some balance on the inside, down in 1 and 2. And he's actually going to lose quite a few positions here, as somehow that outside line is working to perfection right now. Corey, he didn't get much practice. And Henry Klappert, I saw him in practice. Klappert was struggling immensely. Couldn't quite get that thing around the track, so... Dalton Trimble trying to make a move here early on in P4 as he wraps around the middle of the racetrack. He's going to lose a position here to Tim Christensen, it looks like, as Christensen's going to try to make up for that mistake. And Brown P3, Ladner, he got a podium last week, and he's definitely been one of the faster guys here in WORC. We've kind of got our group of fast guys, and these top three, I would say, are all included in it, although Tim Christensen, he has shown flashes of speed for sure. And Henry Klappert has pulled off the racetrack. Man, these top two are gone. Man, I don't know if anybody's going to quite get Busby here. Ladner, he's rolling the top. Those two have pulled away a lot, and Christensen's trying to get to Brown. Christensen throws a slider there on Chris Brown. Brown's going to cross him over, as these guys are going to fight for P3 here to end out this heat race. But up front, it's all Desmond Busby, as Dusty Ladner doesn't have anything for him. And Busby will win heat race number 2. And side by side for third. Looks like Christensen may have gotten it from Brown. And these guys, they will grid it up here without a hot lap session tonight. As, man, it's going to be a fun one, I think. We've got a couple fast guys in Hackney and Busby. And these guys have a little bit less fuel than they usually have. We're trying some things out. We normally run a complete full fuel setup, which gives these guys about 28 gallons of fuel. We've decided to take down some gallons. And man, outside line comes out on the racetrack, and Tim Christensen, he took a wide exit onto the racetrack there. Not sure what they're up to there, but fireworks pop off. And looks like Henry Klappert and John Hill will not be making it. So, Well, 2x2, these guys will wrap around Knoxville. The fireworks going off. Hope the fire department's on standby. There's a lot of fireworks being shot off here tonight. 50 laps here around one of America's more prestigious dirt ovals, the sprint car capital of the world, if you will, home to the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. Tonight they host these beastly super late models here, virtually through the iRacing platform here in the World Online Racing Championship Maconi Setup Shop Dirt Late Model Tour. The Ashton Perfect AP Media 50 coming your way here. 50 laps, 25 miles, average lap time of 19 seconds. The weather looks perfect for tonight, and we're going to get set to go green here. Hackney, Busby taking us around.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag waves, and off we go. Hackney, Busby into turn 1, and we'll see how everyone makes it through. Multiple lines here early on. And man, look at this field of cars here. Everyone fighting for positions early on. Busby around the top side might get the lead here. He's going to lead it, lap number 1. Busby, Hackney, and Ladner all out up there. Christensen and Krebs, Cannizzaro, Chris Brown, and Trimble making a little bit of contact. What a save. These guys get it shuffled back up together. Cannizzaro, Christensen, and Krebs all together up front. Hackney still trying to roll the bottom in here as this track is going to slick up as this race continues on. Hackney and Busby still side by side. Remember Hackney and Ladner, they had that great battle at Eldora. It looks like we're going to have that again potentially, just with Desmond Busby right there with them. As Christensen's taken 4th, Krebs back to 5th, Cannizzaro, Chris Brown, Calvin Brooks, Dalton Trimble. Trimble in the wall, and Buteneau in the wall as well. And for the most part through the field, everything looking pretty clean, as Hackney and Busby still go at it here early on in this one. And back here, good battle for 5th between Krebs and Cannizzaro. Cannizzaro rolling the bottom. He's going to try to throw a slider on Krebs. Krebs gets the wall. That was a little bit of a nasty slider by Cannizzaro. I would expect, I don't know if Krebs is going to lay off or not. Krebs is going to try to throw a slider of his own. He's going to kind of mess it up, though, unfortunately, and that will give Cannizzaro the line at the moment. Now Chris Brown trying to capitalize here. Krebs almost up into the wall. Chris trying to make a move. This is for 6th as Krebs is dropping positions. Chris throws it in there. He's going to run the slider line. He's going to lift up that left front. Krebs going to cross him over. Krebs to the inside now, and he's actually going to have to back it down. Couldn't quite get the angle he wanted going into that corner. And through the field, Christian Visconti has pulled it down as the top 3 have sort of singled it out. Brown and Krebs really close together. Calvin Brooks a little further back. Trimble, Buteneau, Ryan Martin, and Brett Gummo. Blake Kennedy just behind them. Man, these top 3, they are quick right now, though. It looks like it's Busby who's quicker, as Hackney had to fight his way back to the top side here. And, I mean, it's a long race. These guys do have to fight for it a little bit more, so we'll see what Hackney can get done here against Desmond. And, man, these guys right on the wall. Desmond actually is going to tap his right rear on that guardrail. And man, Hackney is going to get to the outside of Busby here. As Busby's actually trying the inside. He's actually going to run the slider line there. Not sure if it worked out for him or not. Hackney's going to get a huge run, and we're going to have the 08 and the 09. They're going to go at it here. Man, Hackney, he gets such good runs on Busby. Right there, he's going to dive it in. Is Hackney going to throw a slider? He does. Slide job thrown on Busby. Busby's going to put the hammer down, though. Get back to his inside, and Busby's going to cross him over. Hackney trying to get back there. Man, these guys are really close right now. You can throw them under a blanket. Man, back here for third. There's Ladner. There's fourth. Cannizzaro 3 seconds behind. Just absolutely nothing for these guys back here at the moment to compete with the leaders, as all these guys have just kind of sorted themselves out. And Brett Gummo has actually gotten passed by Blake Kennedy. Kennedy is picking up steam. He's the third fastest car on track at the moment, or he just blinked out. Uh-oh. That is unfortunate for Blake Kennedy. He blinks out. Look at Hackney. He gets such a good run middle of the corner. Gummo is going to be the first lap traffic. As he's going to run towards the middle. Man, these two. Hackney's going to throw it in on Busby. He's actually going to try to roll the bottom here. It sort of works, actually. I mean, Busby gets a run off the corner, but Hackney, he was able to kind of hold it there in the middle. Man, Hackney, he's losing some ground now. And Chris Brown, he's trying to move himself up. He's into the top 5. And Brown, look at him. He's on the berm, really rolling it in down there, and he's actually gaining a lot of ground. That time by, he was the third fastest car on track to Hackney and Busby, who are still 1-2. In fact, Hackney was fastest out last time around. And man, Busby, he's led all the laps so far here as we come to halfway. I think it's time for a little mini race update as they cross the line to lap Ryan Martin. Looks like we're going to have 26 laps to go once this updates. There we go. We've had no cautions so far. And so far, we haven't had a lead change, but Hackney's been right there until that mistake. Dusty Ladner kind of lurking back. There's Cannizzaro. There's Chris Brown, who jumps the berm a little too much there. And Chris Brown is running down John Cannizzaro pretty quickly, actually, as Cannizzaro gets by lap traffic of Gummo. And we might have a battle for fourth on our hands soon, as these guys have put on such good racing so far. Battles pretty much everyone on the track. The lead is such a close one. And now we have Chris Brown running down John Cannizzaro. It's weird because Chris enters the corner. He kind of straight lines it in there, and then he hooks the corner. But he's been running that berm the whole time, and I mean, so is Cannizzaro, but there's just something about the way Chris is running it. Cannizzaro, you can see he's about a quarter of a lane up. He's not really digging that left front down there like Chris is. And Cannizzaro, he kind of washes up mid-corner, does like a very small diamond, if you will, and that's really what's working with it for now. As Cannizzaro and Brown out there. And Christian Visconti, he's coming back out on track. He's rolling the bottom. Cannizzaro goes to the top side, and the battle for fourth is right in front, or right behind Visconti, excuse me. Visconti ducks out of the way, and Cannizzaro moved to the top side. That's going to help Chris out. As Visconti, he's on the berm. He says, I'm not trying to get in your guys' way. I'm just trying to run some laps, man. And up front, we might have a lead change. Hackney rolling the bottom in. He has taken the lead over Desmond Busby. As they're coming around a lap, you don't know. And look at Busby. He's all over the berm. He had half that car down there. Man, Hackney is way down there now. I think it's over for Busby. He has lost so much momentum. As that topside just not working the way it was going to for him. And Chris Brown, he's gotten by Cannizzaro for fourth. Oh, Cannizzaro throws it in there a little deep. He's able to pull out of it though. Christensen's back to sixth, and Calvin Brooks flying in seventh. Bo Krebs eighth, Budino ninth, getting lapped right now at the moment. And Ryan Martin rounding out the top 10 here as he's gotten by Brett Gummo, who's struggling a little bit here. He had a solid earlier run. Dalton Trimble, excuse me, he lost some ground as well. Christian Visconti, he's out there just running laps. He's going to get lapped by Hackney there. And actually, I think Visconti, he's actually pretty quick in comparison to the leaders here. Visconti's the fourth fastest car on track that time around. He's going to back off, I think, to let Busby and Budino go. But Visconti's actually pretty quick rolling the bottom. Just took some time for the track to slick in. And now Bo Krebs, the next victim of being lapped here as Hackney rolling through everyone. And Busby way down on the bottom now. He's trying to roll it in. And Chris Brown, something happened to him. He lost P4 to Cannizzaro. And now he's rolling a slider line here. Not sure if he's trying different lines or what, or if it's working. As he rolls to the top side here with Cannizzaro rolling the inside with a lap car of Trimble. And Trimble's going to duck to the inside here after Chris gets to him. And, man, Chris is going to gain some time there to John. I really don't know what happened to Chris, but man, Cannizzaro, he's doing a good job right now. He missed last week, so unfortunately that really hinders his chances at a championship. He lost a lot of points to Chris, but fortunately for John, Chris had a little bit of a rough race, and fortunately for John, he's ahead of Chris right now, so he's gaining points on him here, and that's going to be a big thing here if John's able to stay ahead of Chris. As right now up front, Hackney has pulled away. And he's in the middle of some tight lap traffic right now with Ryan Martin and Calvin Brooks running the top side. And Calvin fighting hard up there. As Hackney on the bottom, Busby on the top. Looks like Ladner's rolling the bottom in as well as Busby's trying to get something done. And these guys, I think their only hope right now to stack things up is going to be a yellow. As Hackney, he's putting on an absolute clinic right now, and Tim Christensen, he's actually putting up some fast laps here. Might catch Chris Brown. So we'll see how this one finishes out here, because there's Christensen and there's Brown. So Christensen, he kind of ran a slider line 1 and 2, And watch here, see if he does it again. He does. So Christensen's running a slider line 1 and 2, and he's gaining time on Chris. He just runs the same line through 3 and 4. And that seems to be the difference maker here. As, yeah, Christensen is gaining on Chris. Chris is not really gaining, but not really losing to Cannizzaro. And up front, I mean, the top 3, they are all just separated from each other, as Hackney's on the other side of the racetrack in comparison to Busby. A race that was so close at the beginning seems so far away now, as, oh, a little bit of a lag spike there. There we go. Back into that one, not sure what happened, folks, my apologies, but still about the same thing going on here. Hackman leading Busby, Ladner a little further back, and Cannizzaro 4th, Chris Brown 5th, Tim Christensen 6th. Those guys are pretty close to each other, as Chris is trying to run down Cannizzaro for P4. I don't think anybody's touching the top 3, and I don't think anybody's going to get to our leader here, as with 3 laps to go in this one, looks like Keith Hackney the man to beat unless we get a yellow. Busby way down the back straightaway here. He's just losing so much time here on the slick. It's going to take a shorter run here for him to catch Hackney in that 009. Hackney done a great job today. He's got a lot of dirt caked to that car. That thing's going to need a car wash for sure after this one. As he comes off of turn 4, we've gone green all the way. He's got lap traffic in front. Don't think it matters for Hackney. He takes the white flag here. And a tremendous job by him. Him and Desmond Busby battled early on. And unfortunately for Busby, Hackney picked up and kicked it into another gear. As he comes around turn 4, green and checkered, your winner of the AP Media 50 here at Knoxville is going to be Keith Hackney. Busby's going to come around. He's going to finish P2. And Dusty Ladner, he's going to come around and take P3 here. And there's still a little bit of a fight for P4. Don't think anything's going to happen. Chris gets turned. I believe Chris stays P5 though, because he was on the lead lap right there at the end. Either way, your winner tonight, Keith Hackney there in that 009, and he's waiting for the rest of the podium to catch up to him here, pull up next to him, and good race there. These guys kept it green all the way to, from start to finish. They kept it clean. And, well, I guess we'll be right back here on WORC TV for post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
The field is rolling on the back straightaway.
Get ready. This is going to be tight. Out of turn 4, ladies and gentlemen. The All-American 400 is underway.
Got to be careful. The bumps here can get you every time. Entering the corner, exiting the corner.
All right, folks, welcome back here to WORC TV. We're glad to have everyone with us here as we are here for post-race interview time. All right, folks, we're going to try to drag in our race winner, Keith Hackney, up into the booth. We're going to see if we can bring Keith up here. Oh, here we go. Keith, you're in the WORC TV booth. You had a copy, bud.
Yes, sir.
All right, Keith. Well, congratulations, man. You kicked that thing into high gear as the race came into the second half there. You were very close to Desmond. In fact, the top three there for the first 10 laps or so were under a blanket. You were just able to pull away there, and you found the lane late in the race. That allowed you to take the win. Man, how long did you think, like, did you predict that the low line was going to come in that late in the race, or did you just kind of find it as the race went on?
Oh, I mean, I knew it was going to be there. I mean, I didn't want to run too many laps down there at the beginning of the race, and obviously I seen him up top, so I mean, I had to get in where I fit in just to stay with him. And I know we threw sliders a few times, and I know one lap we both got into the wall going into one, and I lost a ton of ground, and that told me I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna get my momentum back up, and I'm gonna start running to the bottom, and I didn't want to show my hand too early, but man, when I went down there and I seen it had a lot of drive off the corner, I was like, oh yeah, this is where I'm gonna stay, and then that's just where I stayed, man. It was just unbelievable on the bottom.
Yeah, that track looked a lot quicker on the bottom, and fortunately for you, you found it a lot faster than Desmond did, and that ultimately would lead to you pulling away and winning, man. You started from the pole. I know you won your heat race, so you kind of complete a clean sweep tonight. You led 21 laps. I mean, man, did you think for a moment there early on in that race when Desmond was going to be there that would you have assumed that you were going to win by over 5 seconds in this one?
No. I mean, Desmond was pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie, and even Dusty too. I mean, Dusty's always a heavy hitter, at least with me. And just me riding around the top side behind Desmond, I obviously you can't beat someone running the same line. So, I had to make a change. And man, like I said, I didn't want to show my hand too early. And when I jumped down there, I was committed for the rest of the race.
All right, man. Well, ultimately, that bottom line would end up working out for you. You would take over and pull away and come out here with, I believe, your second win of the season. So, congratulations on that, Keith. And before I let you go, do you have anybody you want to thank tonight?
Oh yeah, Extreme Savage, first and foremost, everybody on the team behind the scenes with that. House of Speed, we just partnered up with them here this week. Um, Kilgore's Consulting, Custom Cabinets by Keith and James. Um, SRI, Lizard Lit Pit Lights, Renegade Race Fuels. Um, I know there's a lot more behind the scenes with that, so I mean, can't really remember all of them right now. I'm still exhausted from this race, but yeah, man, appreciate all them for coming on board with us. Them for putting this on, and you for broadcasting it.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate having you here, Keith, and hopefully we see you around as the season winds down. A good win for you here tonight at Knoxville, and hopefully you can carry this momentum through the next 3 weeks as we finish out the season at Fairbury, Cedar Lake, and Charlotte. Congratulations, Keith, on the win, and as I said, hopefully we'll see you around.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
All right, guys, it was Keith Hackney. He takes P1 tonight. Good run for him. We're going to try to bring in P2 now. Desmond Busby. Desmond, you're in the WORC TV booth, bud. You got a copy?
You.
All right, man. Well, unfortunately, you come home second here, but you did lead the most laps in this event, and you looked quick early on. What do you think did it about the bottom side that Keith was just able to get done a little bit better than you that you may have been able to capitalize on?
I should have moved down faster because I didn't realize that he was catching me on the bottom until he passed me. But then when I moved down to the bottom, I still couldn't quite run it as good as he was. And then I was hoping for a caution because the last 10 laps there, I was starting to get the bottom down pretty good. But it was a good race.
Yeah, I mean, you still led the most laps today. You won your heat race. You definitely showed some speed. As we get into the final stretch of the season, our last 3 races are Fairbury, Cedar Lake, and Charlotte. So 3 pretty different tracks for the most part. Do you think you're going to be able to capitalize and maybe nab another win before the season's in?
I'm pretty strong at those tracks. I'm hoping, yeah, I can pull off one more win. But it's going to be hard because I got some competition. But for the most part, yeah, I think I'll be able to pull off another win.
All right, Desmond. Well, you showed some great speed tonight, and you still came home P2, so not a bad finish at all. Before I let you go, do you have anybody you want to thank tonight?
I want to thank Brooks Motorsports for helping me out. I want to thank my grandparents for the new pedals. I want to thank you guys for putting this on. Thank the drivers for a nice, clean race. And yeah,
All right, man. Well, congratulations on P2, and as I said, hopefully we'll see you around as next week we head to Fairbury. Congratulations, Desmond.
thank you.
All right, guys, that was P2 Desmond Busby, and now we're going to try to drag in P3 Dusty Ladner into the booth. We've talked to him quite a bit this season, and we're going to talk to him once again. Dusty, you're in the WORC TV booth. You got a copy, bud?
And Fo, how's it going, buddy?
Well, another podium for you. You just keep racking these things up, man. Congratulations to you.
Thank
You were quick in the beginning, but unfortunately you kind of fell off a little early there. Is there anything you think you could have done differently that may have led to being a little bit up there with
Run
Desmond and Keith?
Knoxville. Yeah, run Knoxville more. I'm starting to figure the track out, but the way it goes back to the bottom, I wasn't ready for it, and I was a little late getting down there. Running that inside berm just right. It's tough. You get up in the slick and you lose all your momentum. So the top went away kind of all at once. I started getting in the wall, and had to hit the bottom. But Keith he was just so much smoother on the bottom. I don't think we could have beat him tonight.
Either way, man, like I said, another podium finish, and we're kind of entering the final stretch of the season now. We've only got 3 races left before we head into a little bit of a summer series thing that we like to do here at WORC. So we'll take a break from the late models, but while we still have the late models going, we've got Fairbury, Cedar Lake, and Charlotte left. Do you think that any of those tracks may suit you a little bit better, and you may be able to come out on top?
Fairbury's going to be tough. Haven't run it in a while. Probably should go practice for that one. Looking forward to Charlotte. I think I'll be strong there. We run there a lot. Cedar Lake is going to be hit or miss. It's kind of sitting right in between them. That track goes really slick and it turns into just sliding around. So if we can keep the car under us for Cedar Lake, I think we'll be all right. Fairbury's going to be tough, but looking forward to Charlotte for sure.
All right, man. Well, hopefully I'm still back here interviewing you at Charlotte, and maybe I'll even interview you at Fairbury and Cedar Lake. You can prove yourself a little wrong
yeah.
there, but congratulations once again on another podium, Dusty. You've been putting together the good finishes here, and as I said, we'll see you next week, man. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys, that was Dusty Ladner, who comes home P3 tonight, and that'll do it for tonight as... Man, good run for everyone here tonight. They kept it pretty clean, and well, that'll bring us here to our finishing results. So your winner tonight is going to be the 009 of Keith Hackney. The 08 of Desmond Busby, he's finishes P2. Dusty Ladner rounds out the podium in P3. Then you're rounding out your top 5 is John Canizaro on the 17, and Chris Brown, the last car to finish on the lead lap. P6 was Tim Christensen, first car lap down. Then we had Calvin Brooks, Bill Krebs, Corey Budino, Ryan Martin. And then we had Brett Gummo, Dalton Trimble, and then Christian Visconti, Blake Kennedy pulled off. Henry Klappert and John Hill did not take the green tonight. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight to WORC TV. A good race, green all the way from start to finish. And we appreciate everyone for watching here at the AP Media 50. Please go check out that Discord link in the comment section below. And go check out Ashton Perfect over at AP Media. Our next broadcast is going to be this Thursday night. The JP Design Truck Series playoffs start as they go road course racing at Lime Rock. That one should be exciting because we have 14 guys going for a championship spot. That's race 1 of 2 in the first round. 5 drivers will be eliminated after the 2-race round, so it's going to be a very all-important round for everyone. And then this Sunday, the Keystone Corner GT3 Challenge opens up their season at Daytona.